would be a little unkind to present this picture without just a word of friendly warning. We are about to unfold the story of Frankenstein, a man of science who sought to create a man after his own image, without reckoning upon God. It is one of the strangest tales ever told. It deals with the two great mysteries of creation, life and death. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Oh, welcome to another episode of Will There Be Cake? I'm your host, Amber Simpson, and with me, as always, my lovely co-host, Robert Lamb.
It's alive!
It's alive! Joining us again for the third time this month, the lovely Amy LeRae.
Hello.
Whoop, whoop.
What's up?
Today, if you did not guess by that lovely introduction,
It's Old Timey Voices Day!
oh, that'd be cool.
No.
It's Frankenstein Day.
Frankenstein.
Brr, brr, brr.
Everybody's lovable monster.
Lovable monster. Have you ever dressed up as Frankenstein? Halloween as a kid?
Not on Halloween.
That's like
just random days.
normal
Easter.
normal day.
Yeah.
That's like a harder
Kwanzaa.
one to dress. You have to like get a mask, right? Or like be good at makeup.
And you gotta get those bolts.
Oh,
You gotta be like
bolts.
Phil Hartman in that one sketch on SNL.
Yeah.
Deep cut.
Deep cut. Frankenstein. So it's really based off of the classic gothic romance novel.
Okay, so the novel
The novel, yeah.
by
So
Mary Shelley herself.
by Mary Shelley herself. Came out in 1818.
God, that's so old.
Those were the days.
So
Those were the days of real
those were the
literature.
days. It's the story.
That's what Archie Bunker was always singing about. Those were the days.
when Frankenstein
1818, yeah.
was written.
Classic.
So, of course, it's the story of Victor Frankenstein, a scientist who experiments with the creation of a human-like creature. The tale was considered the predecessor of modern-day science fiction.
That's what a lot of people get confused, is that Frankenstein is not Frankenstein's monster.
Right.
Frankenstein's monster is Frankenstein's
Frankenstein.
monster.
Right.
Well,
So, like,
Victor Frankenstein is Frankenstein.
yeah. So, yeah, in the original novel, he didn't his name wasn't Frankenstein. That was the creator was Frankenstein. But
Yeah.
the monster itself
Was just called the
name
monster, I
was just
think.
the monster, yeah.
A lot of people get that confused, like in later iterations.
I mean, I had heard it, but like as a kid, I thought. I didn't know
I've
that.
lost friends over it. No.
That's it. I'm
believe it.
leaving.
yeah. I've always been a Frankenstein is the monster person. No, but that's so 1818. I think that was like one of the first like big sci-fi horror type of stories that actually like freaked people out, like when they read it. Like I remember even like reading like, this is a lot later, like H.G. Wells, like when he started writing like all his faux science kind of stuff, like people like did not like it. Like they were like, this is blasphemy and stuff. Like I don't want to hear
Because
about
it was
people
scary.
getting mutated
People didn't
and all
want to
that
get
kind of stuff.
scared
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah. Hey, that first video of or that first film with the train coming at the screen scared the shit out of some people. They were jumping out of their seats.
Oh no! Train's gonna get me through the TV.
This 15-second video is fucking scary.
So, have either one of you ever read the novel, the original novel?
I read the first 50 pages and then I stopped reading for some reason. But I have the book. I'm going to go back
Really?
and read it at some point. Yeah.
Well, today's the day to do it.
I've never read it.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the movie.
Yeah,
I've seen a few movies.
yeah.
There's a few of
There's a
them.
bunch of movies.
The original was 1931, I believe.
That was the best one.
Yeah.
1931. Yeah, that was the Universal Studios version with
Yeah,
Boris Karloff.
Classic
Iconic.
monsters.
And then there was the sequel, Bride of Frankenstein.
Which a lot of people say is better than the original, but I disagree. I like the sequel. I like Bride of Frankenstein, but it's a little too, I don't know. The first one's more like actual like tense and scary
Right.
and suspense, where the second one's a little goofy in parts.
Mm-hmm.
But neither of those are really novel accurate.
No, yeah, probably not, I guess.
People made their own story. Probably more like modern day entertaining. Because they say, like, I never read the novel, but, like, there's a lot of, like, life lessons in it. Not that modern day movies there aren't, but
wasn't it like not playing God, like don't play God kind of thing?
Yeah, I think so. But he wasn't like they just think of him as a monster, and he was actually like an emotional, intelligent being who just simply wanted to be accepted by others.
It's like all of us.
Just like all of
We
us.
are the monster.
We are
That's-
Frankenstein.
That's the
That's
lesson.
it.
That's the lesson. No, I do remember if you watched Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman,
Yeah.
he fights like Dracula and there's werewolves, and then Frankenstein's monster is like this like kind of naive, big, innocent man-child.
Okay, no spoilers. I haven't seen it.
Oh, if you haven't watched it yet,
I know I'm like
It came
15
out-
years late or something.
came out in
but
like
come on.
04.
What is it? Which one are you talking about?
Van Helsing.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Van Helsing.
So like that one, like again, because like Frankenstein, even in the original, he was like scared of fire. He was kind of like childlike almost. Like they were trying to teach him stuff. Like that little girl
Right.
was teaching him like the flower or whatever. Then he ends up tossing the girl into the water. But
Spoiler.
spoiler,
Ouch.
yeah. If you haven't, listen. I know that we should say spoilers, but it's
Don't
1931.
even, you know what? Just don't listen to this if you haven't read the book
or watching
or
the movie.
watched
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah. 1931. Get on it. Like, it's been out before you've been alive.
Maybe.
That's true.
We don't discriminate age here. Okay?
Yeah, but I don't know if there's a lot of 100-year-olds listening to this podcast or
I
90-year-olds or
hope
whatever.
there are. I hope there are.
I
Speaking
mean, I hope
of,
so.
Oh.
today is Mary Shelley's 222nd birthday. That is why Frankenstein Day is on August 30th, because it is the author's birthday.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was like, why
Yeah,
is
why
it
is
not
it?
around
Halloween.
Halloween? Like, isn't that like a scary Halloween thing? But
No, that makes sense.
You know how many monster holidays we'd have to have in October? So many.
Yeah,
mean,
but I don't
can
know.
never have enough.
I wonder when Bram Stoker's birthday is, so
Can we
we
just
can learn about
extend
Dracula.
October?
Should just be a little bit longer.
Like 3 more months.
yeah, that's a lot longer. Oh.
So the first film adaptation of the novel was released in 1910, and it was a silent film version of Frankenstein, and it was only 12 minutes long.
That's all it needs to
I don't know how you get a 3-story arc in
Right?
12 minutes.
Don't know.
No, but that makes sense.
But then the History Channel did a special called In Search of the Real Frankenstein, and it looks at the various people who inspired like the character for Shelley. So I haven't seen that, but it sounds interesting.
Mary Shelley. Did
But-
she have other books? Like, I don't know if any of her other books were like popular or if she wrote anything else.
Maybe.
Like, I remember like Herman Melville wrote Moby Dick, but then that was like pretty much like that was his like life's work.
That's all you need.
I
I mean, if you write Moby Dick, like,
that-
why do anything
yeah,
else?
serious, that's
I mean,
true.
same thing with Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious though.
Moby Dick is the Frankenstein of the whale world, I think.
Her husband was a famous poet.
Boring. Don't care about that.
Yeah.
That's the only other things I know about her.
Roses are red, Frankenstein's black or green, wearing black leather. I don't know how to rhyme that. I don't know how to rhyme the rest.
Let's see.
Was he green? Was he green? Was Frankenstein green or because he was dead?
I don't
wasn't
think he was actually
or is he
green.
gray?
He's supposed to be like.
the
Is he supposed to be
novel.
like rotten?
Yeah, he's supposed to be dead and stuff. But whenever I see people dress up like him, they're always like a little
Green.
greenish.
Is that like when was the first like colorization? Was the Munsters in color?
No,
Wasn't
no,
Herman like green?
I think he was
No.
green on like the cover of the VHS, but not necessarily. I think Munsters wasn't that black and white still. I think it was black and white still.
I can't remember. Like I can see it in
Herman
my brain,
Munster.
and I can remember a lot of the episodes, but like I can't remember if it's black or white or not. It's crazy.
Herman Munster, yeah, he was a Frankenstein's monster.
Yep.
And then for some reason, wasn't his kid like a vampire? No, what was this?
He's a werewolf.
A werewolf. That's
Right?
it. Yeah, the vampire was
Grandpa.
Grandpa Fester.
No.
No,
That's
that's
Addams
Adam's
Family.
family.
Okay. Anyway,
What is his name?
She wrote a book called Valperga, The Last Man, and an autobiographical Lador.
So then that was her life's work, was Frankenstein.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the
I've
one
never
that's,
heard of any of the
more
other
known.
ones.
Oh yeah, that makes sense though.
Her
That's
face
pretty cool.
is scary.
I know that they made another Frankenstein in the 90s with Robert De Niro. I think that was 90s, right?
What? I don't know anything about
They
that.
made the parody Young Frankenstein with
That's
Gene
true.
Wilder.
That's true. That's a
in
good one.
1974. Oh, and they did the Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I like when they meet the monsters. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein came out in 1994, and that was with Robert De Niro. It was directed by Kenneth Branagh.
Oh, wow.
Screenplay by Frank Darabont.
When did it come out?
1994.
Oh, whoa.
Good year
Good year.
for movies. So I'm guessing that's like book faithful versus all of the other
It probably is.
adaptations.
I don't know if I've ever
Hence
seen
So yeah,
that
because they
one.
said the Mary
Yeah.
Shelley. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Well, they did a Bram Stoker's Dracula in the 90s too.
Yeah,
With
must have been a thing.
yeah, I think they were just
90s.
doing the classic. Yeah, I think Robert De Niro was Frankenstein's monster.
Wow.
I think.
That's pretty crazy.
Or on IMDb, he's labeled as the creature / sharp-featured man.
Sounds about right.
I guess that makes sense. That's fine. I don't know. Yeah, I always wanted to read Frankenstein and Dracula and all those. I like the classic, like, Universal monster picks, like The Mummy, Creature from the Black Lagoon, all that stuff. And actually, Universal Studios in Florida is building a new theme park soon, which is going to be called Epic Universes or something like that. And rumored is one of the, because it's going to have like 6 lands. They're going to have a Super Nintendo World. They're
Oh
going to
my
have,
God, did you see the one in
Japan?
that's
Yeah.
already almost
It's
done?
almost done, yeah.
It looks so cool. It looks like straight out of a video game. I'm like, what? This looks fake. What are you talking about? No, it looks
really
cool.
good. And the next one they're going to start
And
on
the one
is in
here is supposed to
Orlando.
be even better. Like, it's supposed to be bigger.
Because it's going to be bigger, because they've just bought a huge plot of land and they're making a whole new theme park.
Dude, you
So
gotta go.
that's going to be
Live-
cool. But one
live
of
podcast.
live podcast. We'll go on Nintendo Day or whatever.
Yep.
But they're actually, one of the rumored sections is going to be a Universal Classic Monsters area. So they're actually going to build like the European village and actually have like Frankenstein's castle, like the castle, or maybe Dracula's castle and then Frankenstein. I don't know. They're going to have a bunch of those things, but Frankenstein, Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Wolfman, all that stuff's going to be in like one whole section.
That'll be cool. That'll make
That's nice of them.
Halloween
Yeah.
or the Horror
I feel
Nights.
like
Yeah, the
they-
Halloween Horror
I
Nights
feel
is
like
right
they got
there.
rid of all that stuff in the last like 20 years.
Well, they did. They've canceled, like they've closed down a lot of rides and stuff that were like classic rides, like.
But also,
Jaws
didn't they
and-
like lose rights? Like Universal didn't.
No, like, well, no, because Universal Studios had like Jaws, King Kong, Earthquake, Twister, and all those. They own the rights to those. They just wanted to, they constantly are trying to change,
Right.
and they're trying to add more rides that
Want
draw
the
people and
newer.
stuff. Right, like just newer rides because sometimes they're older and stuff, and they look fake.
I
But
still went on Twister every single time I went.
I liked
it.
Twister.
Me too.
But yeah, like I know that they were going to build Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios, like where the playground, like the
Right.
kids' place is, but they decided against it because they just bought this huge plot of land and they're like, we're just going to build a whole new theme park. So it's going to have that. It's going to have like, I think it's going to have another Harry Potter world because that's got to be in every park.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's Harry Potter.
But I think that'd be cool to kind of go into like an old European village, like out of the 30s or whenever that
Yeah.
took place.
That would make it creepy.
I mean,
sure.
technically, I guess it would be the 1800s when the original took place. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
So you can actually visit a place called Frankenstein's Castle in Germany, and it has like Halloween events each year. That seems pretty cool. So
That's pretty cool.
if you want to really celebrate this holiday. Or at the University of Oxford, in their libraries, they have a handwritten draft of the Frankenstein novel, with like editing marks made by her husband, the poet Percy Shelley.
Ooh,
That's pretty cool, right?
that's cool.
That's old as shit. How they get their hands on that?
I don't know.
So yeah. Or you
So
could
there's
just
a
do
lot.
the Monster Mash
Wait,
dance.
so I was going to say, like, so how do we celebrate?
That's how I want to celebrate. Do the Monster Mash
So
dance.
you just do the Monster Mash. You just put on some
Do the mash.
Bobby Boris.
I have this little
Pickett.
Halloween thing where it's like, all the different Halloween monsters, and
I
they
love
dance and
That's
sing
the
the song.
best.
It's the
That's
best. I mean, yeah, so you can read the novel, you can dress up as Frankenstein. You can watch a million of the shows or movies.
I'm gonna watch Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
And then maybe the original.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have time to read the whole book today.
You could watch the silent film. It'll only take you 12,
12
minutes. I watched like the first 2 minutes of it, and it's so like
is it on
awful.
YouTube?
It's like awful quality. I have it on this website that I did research. I think it was the BBC website, actually. They have it on there.
I mean, I know that the first Dracula movie was technically Nosferatu, which was like a silent film that was based on Dracula, but he wasn't called a vampire or anything.
BBC America has like this whole thing on Frankenstein Day, and it gives you 10 ways to celebrate the novel. But yeah, it's watch the movies, graphic novels, read history. Oh, we'll get to this one last. But
Okay.
yeah, there's a lot of ways you can celebrate.
A lot of ways. Okay. That's not bad, but I mean, there's an important question though, or do you want to go through the last way to celebrate?
No, that is the last way to celebrate. That's what I was saving.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It says,
The way to celebrate is to make Frankenstein cupcakes.
what? What the heck?
It says, while the creature is not depicted as a green and bolted monster in Shelley's novel, that's the image most people imagine when they picture her Frankenstein's creation.
That's true. In the silent one, what did he look like? Did you see him?
He looks like a normal man.
Yeah, see? That's interesting.
But I mean, like I said, it was
Did
like
he look like
really
Robert De Niro?
shitty quality.
Yeah.
It's like watching a movie through like 30 clouds.
No, I know. Like the old-timey, yeah.
So yeah, but Taste of Home has a tasty recipe for Frankenstein cupcakes.
Okay. I don't. So I guess obviously we could have a cake.
Yeah,
Just have a green,
green-filled cake.
yeah, with little candy bolts on the side.
Yeah.
Just like his head, because he always has like that flat top head, like that squarish head with the little bolts in his neck. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm sure Publix will make that for us.
Yeah.
Just ask them for that.
I have like from when I was a kid, I have this like sketching book of it was like a Halloween sketch book or whatever. So it has like different things you can cut out to trace over.
Yeah.
And one of them was Frankenstein. I used to draw him all the time. That's a
You
good
should
one.
draw Frankenstein
So you could put that on the cake
and just carve around it,
or outline
cut
it,
around it.
outline it in icing.
Oh, that's true too. Okay.
Yeah. My ex-boyfriend bought me, TMI probably, they did a line of monster dildos, and one of them was a Frankenstein dildo, and I don't think he realized that Frankenstein, like the concept of Frankenstein is like he's just like this huge, he's huge.
Right.
So the dildo comes in the mail and he gives it to me, and it's like,
What the? Oh my
like
God.
4 feet long,
Jesus
green, and it has like bolts and like veins in it and stuff. Really creepy. Never used it, but it still sits on my bookcase to this day because it looks
Cool.
intense. Yeah,
It's an art piece.
It's an art piece. Frankenstein's dick
Now you gotta get
on my bookshelf.
Dracula and all them.
Yeah, I
Creature
know.
from the Black Lagoon. It just comes.
There was
wet.
a Dracula
Oh
one.
my
I think it
God.
was like
I don't know.
red, and I don't
What about the
remember.
mummy? Yikes.
The mummy. It's just
Ooh.
it's just wrapped up. It's just wrapped up. That's
You just
it.
have to unwrap it every time.
Oh my God. The
But
Wolfman
anyway.
one is one that's just full on hairy. It's just
That
like a
seems-
carpet wrapped around it.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
Well, that's how we're going to celebrate. We're going to go watch some Young Frankenstein, make a cake, and then.
Speak for yourself. I'm gonna fly to Germany and go to the Frankenstein castle.
All right. Well, get back by tomorrow so we
Okay.
can record the next episode.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's fine.
Thanks for joining us, Amy.
Thanks, Amy.
Yeah, this is great.
This was great. Frankenstein.
It's my boy.
My boy.
This has been a Seven Lamb production.